from my home to yours. It's good to be with you today. April 1st. Can we challenge ourselves today to find humor in challenging situations, to look at instances with a different perspective, and try to lighten our loads as we move through our days? Today I'm going to do a Pilates yoga class with some intensity. Know that I will show you some variations to do this workout as with any group exercise class at your intensity with your own level. Pilates and yoga have many similarities and differences between them, so I'm going to try to merge them all together and show you that, so enjoy the workout. We're going to start sitting, walking your legs out, creating a neutral spine. You can stay here or lift one leg up or find the other leg into teaser, or in the yoga world, it's the boat pose. With your legs, with your hands underneath your legs, pull your shoulders back to lengthen your spine. Staying here or not. Your shins could be parallel to the mat or not. Or let go. Breathe with it, whatever you're doing. You may bring your hands together and pray and twist side to side using your rib cage. Breathing with it, feel your breath. You may reach up and down, adding a little bit more intensity, warming up the core. Work at your own pace with your own level, but come back to center and join me now. Bringing your feet down, hands behind you, fingers facing towards you about 10 inches. Bend your elbows back and feel your chest opening. Staying here is an option, or taking it into a yoga tabletop. Or taking it into a Pilates tendon stretch. Pulling your hips back and going through. Finishing your last one, coming down. Walking your feet out a little bit. Reaching forward, shoulders are back, spine is long. Lengthen and hinge no more than 30 degrees. Hold it there, feel your core bracing. And coming up. Inhale, lengthen, so you don't have to hinge as much. You can hinge a little. And coming up. Lengthen and hinge, but you don't want to hinge too far as you tend to round your back. We want a straight spine with this. So do this at your own pace. You should feel core, legs, and hip groin area working. Do you want more intensity? Open your arms to the side. Or not. Do you want even more intensity? One arm up and one to the side. And coming up, I call it earthquake. You should be shaking. And coming up. Reaching forward now, scoop your belly and round your back and sink your ribs. Go halfway down, creating a tight C curve. And then come up and find straightening. Go back only as long as you can come up smooth and controlled. Coming up as slowly as you go back. So our flat back exercise work the internal abdominals. This exercise is working the external. Breathe with it. Do it at your own pace, your own range of motion. Finishing up, doing your last one, ending on your back. Reaching your arms over your chest, bring your legs into tabletop. Your knees should be in line with your hip and not beyond. I have a neutral spine. Feel what your low back feels like against the mat. Widening your shoulders into the mat, let your arms go back overhead. Breathing with it. Try to exhale as they go back, keeping your rib cage down and not popping it. Do you want more intensity? Add a toe tap. Coming up as slowly as you go down. Slower is harder. Finishing up, and when you're done, bring your legs in, give yourselves a hug. Bring your hands by your side, reach those toes up to keep your knees bent. Bring your toes away from your body to create length with your belly. And then scoop your belly and go back, give it a pause, and then releasing it. Do this at your own pace. Take it into oblique, knee to hip. Again, adding a pause. Try to keep your shoulders into the mat and your head and neck neutral. Finishing your last one. Bringing your feet down for bridge. So feet further apart will work more of the back of your legs or closer together. Gauge with what you're feeling as to where you place those feet. Hands are by your side. You're going to lift your hips up into a high bridge. You're going to feel your glutes tighten and then sink through the rib cage as you roll down. So this is a good way to do the bridge if you've got a sciatic problem, really tightening those glutes, and you may want to stay with this. Or you're going to lift up into that high bridge, and then you're going to lower your hips just a little till your glutes relax. You're going to extend a leg up, and you're going to lower your glutes down and up. Changing legs when supporting leg dictates. You should be feeling your hamstrings. If you're not, walk your feet further apart. If you're feeling them too much, walk your feet closer together. Your hamstrings should be warm at this point. Feel that you've worked them. A couple of more. You may need to give one side more attention. When you have done enough, bring it down. We're going now into an ab series. So you're going to lift your head up just a little, keeping length with your core, and lift up and scissor your legs. Hold it here for a minute, holding behind the leg or in front, but my leg is straight. And switch. My bottom leg is a little bit off. Pulling behind will cause us to bend our knees. We don't want to do that. So at your own pace, your own time, Pulling and stretching. Give each end a pause. Breathe. Finishing up your last one, bring your hands behind your head, your legs into tabletop. Again, not here, but here. Elbows stay out to the side. I'm going to lengthen one leg and twist with my core. And then I'm going to switch. Breathe with it. Slower is harder. Finishing up, extend those legs overhead. Again, knees are over your hip, not beyond. Beyond, I'll feel my low back in the mat. Holding it there, you're going to lower your legs only as long as you can keep a stable core. No movement with your low back. Do this at your own level, your own pace. Breathe with it. Make note of where your bottom range is and bring it in. Rest your head down, bringing your hands by your side. You're going to lift your head as you straighten arms and legs. You're going to open and circle around. You determine your intensity. When you're done, bring your legs in and give yourselves a hug. You can never give yourself too many hugs. Reach those legs up, toes, knees over hip, and open those legs to the side. Add pressure out, not pulling in. Bring them together. Hands can be by your side. Come up into teaser. Teaser, your back should stay straight. Very few of us can extend those legs without rounding our back. Your spine is more important. Bring them down. Lead with your chest as you fold. Scoop your belly and roll back a little or a lot. Just be able to hold it. And roll back. Open your legs to the side. If you're challenged getting up into teaser, add a little oomph. Giving a little swing back. Bring your feet down and hinge. Scoop your belly, softening your knees here is a little safer. Go back, create lightness with your glutes. Boomerang. Do this at your own pace, your own time, just a couple more. Finishing up your last one. Bring your legs in and give yourselves a hug. So we're going into rolling. If you have any spinal issues, you should not roll, but just come up onto all fours and go into cow and cat. Holding on top or underneath your knees. The closer those hands get to your shins or to your feet. the harder it is. Coming up onto all fours and doing a couple cows and cats. So feeling the end range of each of these moves. Find your neutral spine in between. Hands under your shoulders, pull your elbows in, curling under your toes. Lifting up those knees just an inch, less is more. You should feel your core if you're using your core. Try to keep your spine neutral. And lift up into a bent leg dog, keeping that spine long. Really ground into your feet and pull those elbows in, taking weight off those shoulders. And then coming back down. Moving in and out of it, using your breath. What are you feeling? What do you need? Finding your dog and maybe pedaling your heels, working your ankles. Pushing with your right shoulder. Take your left hand to your right chin and twist underneath. And coming back, and then right hand to left shin, twisting. And coming back. Walking your hands out a little bit, find your plank, knees or toes. Lift your chest and pull those shoulders back, tighten your belly, and pull your heels back. Breathing with it. If you're on your toes, you might begin rocking forward and back, knowing that you can move from knees to toes at your pace. You may lift one leg, Pilates leg pull front. You may twist with your hips. Coming back into a bent leg dog. Reach your right toes high. Coming down into your plank, knee into your chest. Inhale, coming back. Knee to nose. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, right knee to right arm. Inhale, lengthen. Right knee to left arm. Right knee can go to the mat, or it can extend forward, going into fallen triangle. Lift your hips high, pushing through that right shoulder. Maybe lift your toes. Bend it and come back into three-legged dog, and bend your knee and open your hip. Squaring your hip, bring that foot to the outside of your right hand and just gently walk back and forth. Walking your feet in between your hands. Lift your chest, maybe lower your back knee or not. Lifting up into lunge, knee on the mat or not. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. Bringing your right arm down, lift up and over with your left, pulling out of your hip. Lifting up. If you're on your knee, you can twist in. Or you can lower down and up. You should feel this back leg lower down till you get that. holding it there at your lowest position, bringing your hands together, energy between those hands. Twist into that right leg and hinge left elbow to right knee. Breathe. Reaching up. Bringing your foot in a little bit more for stability if you need it. Bring your hands behind your back and sliding them down, opening up your chest. Leading with your chest, hinging. You go as long as your glutes, those right glutes should be firing, getting that chest on top of your thigh or not. You determine the intensity by your range of motion. So that right glute should be warm. Finishing up. Lift up into Virabhadrasana 3. Your Virabhadrasana 3 could be your toe touching or hinging as much as you want to. Keeping those shoulders pulled back. Flexing that foot and coming forward, extending it in front. Moving forward and back. That right hip is working. Finishing your last one, ending in Virabhadrasana 3. Release your hands, soften your knee, and find your low lunge. Walk your hands inside and come with your feet parallel. Maybe take a block or a book to lengthen your spine and bend side to side. Work on stretching and feeling that inner thigh stretch. Your range of motion, but can you go a little further with each one? Your feet might be parallel, they might be turned out. Do what you need to do to feel it in that inner thigh. On your next one, hold it to your left. Walk your hands around to your left foot into low lunge and find your plank, knees or toes. Pull your elbows in wherever you are and lower down and up halfway. On your next one, go halfway or all the way. Come into upward dog or baby Bhujangasana. Use your hips to pull back into your plank. Bend those knees and lengthen your spine. Lift your left toes high. With an inhale, exhale knee to nose. On your next one, bring your left knee to your left arm and to your right arm. Holding it there, bring the left knee to the mat or extend it in front. Push with that left shoulder and reach those hips high. Maybe lift that left foot. Coming back into three-legged dog. Bend your knee and open your hip. Squaring that hip. Bring the knee to the outside of that left foot and just rock back and forth. Walking that left foot in between your hands. Drop your back knee if you wish, or keep it up and come into lunge. Low lunge or high lunge. Pull that left hip back and that right hip forward. Bring that left arm down and reach up and over with that right foot. Right arm. And releasing it and coming up. If you're on your knee, you're going to twist into that left leg. Or if you're in upper lunge, you're going to lower it down and up, feeling that back thigh. Holding it down, bring your hands in between your heart. Energy with those hands, twist into that left knee. Bringing that right elbow to that left knee. Length from your head to your heel. Breathe. Lifting back up into upper lunge, maybe bringing that back foot in a little bit. Bring your hands behind your back and open your chest, sliding your hands down. Leading with your chest, hinging. You determine your intensity with your range of motion. You should feel your left glute working hard. Finishing that last one. Release and coming into Virabhadrasana 3. That can be toe off the mat or hinging at your pace, your level. Flexing that foot, hinging and coming forward. Challenge yourself. Work within your range of motion. Finish your next one in your Virabhadrasana 3. Soften that left knee and hands reach to the mat. Find your low lunge. Bringing both hands inside your left foot. Come to bring your feet parallel. And go into bending side to side. This time as you bend, push in to that foot. Working the leg in both directions. Stretch and then engage. And then stay low, Spider-Man. Just really feel that hip open up. Hold it over to the left. Walk your hands around and find your plank, knees or toes. 3 times, halfway down. Elbows are touching your side. And then lowering all the way down. Hands by your side, curl under your toes. Lifting shoulders, neck, and head, create lightness. Your feet staying grounded. Finishing that last one, hands staying by your side or going overhead. Tighten your belly and lift shoulders and feet off. Find your balance. Breathe 5 long, deep breaths. And finish that last one. Turn your head to one side and rock your hips back and forth. So coming to center, third eye to the mat. Lifting up one more time, 5 deep breaths. Do with your arms what you want. Finish that last one, rock side to side. Rolling to your back. Bringing your legs into tabletop. Wrap your left shin around your right. Reach your arms up and bring your left arm underneath your right, eagle arms. Have that thumb going to your third eye and lifting your head up, lowering those legs down and up. Breathe. Lower those legs only as you can keep a stable low back. Finishing up, unwrap your arms and twist over to your left, or to your right. Twist over to your right. Pull down with your left shoulder and reach and look. Extend that left leg if you wish, pulling your left hip back. And coming back to center, unwrapping and just sort of shaking it out, dead bug. Coming back to tabletop, wrap your right leg over and your right arm under. Thumb to the third eye, lifting your head up, lowering those toes down and up. Breathe. Finishing up with those legs, unwrap your arms and bring those legs over to your left, turning your head to the right. Releasing. Taking the outside of your shin or your feet, find your happy baby. Round that back into the mat and just rock side to side, massaging. You may want to play with extending a leg or not. Do what feels good. Bring your legs in, give yourselves a hug. And then stretch those legs out. Bring your hands by your side and using your forearms, lift up your chest and then let your head fall back. Any neck issues, do not do this. There should be no weight on your head. The weight is on your forearms. You're just opening your chest, your head being supported with the mat. Releasing it, stretching those arms out and bringing your legs in, giving yourselves a hug. Rolling to your side, coming up into sitting. Hoping that this workout worked for you today. Remember to find lightness and humor in the circumstances that we're facing, or at least try to. Palms together at your heart. Namaste. The divine light in me honors the divine light in you. Have a great day. We'll see you again soon.